We're on the road to nowhere here on WHUS2, and Marco will now supply the organ music for a funeral for his phone.
Yes, there would normally be an organ, but I was told we had to use a mouth organ, but then there were budget cuts, so all I have...
So we had to be an organ donor.
Of course. So now all I can do is... Alright. Feel sad for myself.
Well, your phone will come back to life once you plug it in, right?
Well, that's true. Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, well, we were just using the term dying, and I made the funeral connection.
Well, of course.
So anyway, that was our salute to the Civil and Environmental Engineering Department. I hope they were civil enough to listen to it. And so I'm kind of too tired to be really sentimental right now, but here's my attempt at sort of a faux sentimentality. I mean, we have a song by Coldplay coming up. You are familiar with
Yes,
Coldplay.
I am.
I mean, I don't know if you're familiar with... You were what?
I was unfamiliar, however, at the fact that you were too tired to be a bicycle.
Yes.
That's really bad.
Yes.
Forgive me,
it's I've heard it before, but I'm sure someone out there cracked up. So we have this song by Coldplay. After this, we have a song by the late Benny King, great R&B singer from the late 50s, early 60s, was the lead singer of the Drifters for a while and just died about a week ago, I believe.
I'm nodding sagely, but I really have no idea what he's talking about.
All right, well...
I'm just kidding. I mean...
You wouldn't be the only person, I'm sure. But what's Benny King without his crown? So we're going to play him and we're going to stand by him tonight, and that is a pun.
Yes.
But anyway, as for this song by Coldplay, this is the last song off their most recent album, which is called Ghost Stories. And this is an album that... Many of the songs on this album are sort of centered around the lead singer Chris Martin and his breakup with his wife Gwyneth Paltrow, and it's sort of all these songs that are different stages of accepting and not accepting the loss, and it ends with this song, which is called Oh. I'm not really sure where the simple title Oh comes from, but some people refer to the song as Fly On. And toward the beginning of the semester, when I was sort of getting really excited about the prospect of having a show this semester, I kind of had the idea that I would play this song as sort of a tribute to all the seniors who were graduating. But that was going on the assumption that I would actually get to know at least some of the seniors well enough that they might actually listen to me on a regular basis, or maybe even become my guest here in the studio, and I'm not entirely convinced that that has happened, but if any senior hears this at any point in the future, because we are recording it, maybe they can just pretend it's dedicated specifically to them. But in any case, based on various things that have been going through my mind in the past, I'm going to expand the dedication of this song. It's not just going to be for the seniors, it's going to be for all of the random people. Are there a lot of random people in your life?
Very many.
Like what kind of random?
Well...
Like me, I don't know.
Well, obviously. Josh is a very random person.
Well, I know at least 4 random people. Their names are Eeny, Meeny, Miny, and Mo.
But I would have you know that whenever I have to introduce Josh to people who don't know who he is, I just call him Colander Head.
I am honored. I feel like I am Josh E. King. I don't know. Because colander on my head, I'm a king. I don't know.
Ah, yes.
But it's my crowning achievement. But
yes, it was. He rode in a shopping cart, too.
I did.
We really had to cart him all over the place.
Yeah, and if I were a girl, then Neil Sedaka would call me Colander Girl, and old people in the audience will get that. But I guess my point in playing this song is, there are so many random people we see every day. Sometimes we can't help but admire them, and sometimes we sort of want to get to know them better, and sometimes that doesn't seem particularly likely at the moment because they're so blatantly random, or maybe because of sort of other forces that are because of the immense complexity of things that seem to separate us from someone who's either random or maybe not so random, maybe sort of indefinitely, I don't know. But, in this song we have Chris Martin, maybe sort of accepting the loss in a way, but sort of using this metaphor of a flock of birds flying by. And when I think about the random people in my life, I sort of think of this last line of this song and fly on, ride through. Maybe one day I'll fly next to you.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're one of those random people, I mean, thinking about how back in high school I used to sort of make a big deal out of the seniors each year, and I would sort of make these grand gestures of, you missed this, and that's probably a good thing because I actually got to know you. But I would sort of, I don't know, I would write them notes and make a show out of handing them out after shows. And things like that. In your case, I felt I actually knew you, so I did not have to use that mechanism to ensure that they would actually acknowledge me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so all these random people, maybe one day we'll fly next to them. I don't know.
I hope so.
My mom says they're philosophically random people.
Aha!